When I first got my camera, I found myself in back alleys taking pictures just because the characteristics that alleys have. I would never go in a back alley if I didn't have a camera. But I'm over here trying to get the best shot that I can get.
To understand the irony of Brandin Cooks' wandering ways, a result of his newfound passion for photography, you must understand a past that required an inherent focus. It all started on Stockton Street in Stockton, California, where the Patriots' speedy wide receiver made his first memories racing his father, Worth Cooks.
It was this long street. It was a pretty busy street. And I remember to this day, it would be from across the street right to the garage. And obviously, I never won, but sometimes I know he'll let me win to make me feel like I was doing something.
Those wouldn't just be some of the best memories of his father, they were also the last.
We didn't want the kids to know, but he supposed to had a bypass. And he was like, I'm finna get this surgery because he wanted to see Brandin grow up. Oh man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
I was in the first grade at the time. And I remember being at school, I got a call over at the time it was the intercom, Brandin Cooks report to the principal office. So I get to the principal office and my brothers are there to pick me up. And they're all crying in the car and I'm like, what's going on? And it was just like, Dad died. He had a heart attack at home in the bathroom. I remember sitting in the van and at the time lost as, a young boy, the youngest of our family, not having really a dad to be able to look up to for a long time. Now that he's gone was extremely painful.
We ended up moving in with my aunt for a while in a small duplex until my mom was able to get on her feet.
I remember us just scrambling and figuring out, okay, what are we gonna do, where are we gonna go? And at the time she was just working at one job, so seeing her having to figure out, okay, I need another job to be able to support. You never want to see that from your mom nor any parent.
With his dad gone, Brandin's two oldest brothers, Fred and Worth, became father figures who wanted Brandin to learn from their example.
So my oldest brother, he ended up being out the house. My second oldest brother had a kid early, his freshman year in high school, so she wasn't playing that, so he kicked him out the house.
We all took different routes and didn't stick to the path. I said, don't be like us, don't do the mistakes we did.
The loudest message came from Andre, who was closest in age to Brandin. Andre was arrested on separate occasions for charges including assault, gun possession, robbery, and parole violations.
It was juvenile hall, county jail, prison, like I graduated or something. It was all bad, man.
I remember him writing me a letter when I was in high school when he was in jail, and I still have it to this day, on my wall behind a poster, how he apologized for being who he was, not being a great role model, apologizing for letting the family down. I remember him telling me, like, you never want this feeling, you never want to be in here, you never want to be like this, so keep doing what you're doing.
I was his wake-up call. You can't go that route, because you see what I went through.
For us, it was just constantly staying in his ears, using examples that we've been through to make sure he kind of heard as much as possible, and hopefully, he listened and do what we said.
I ain't never been this motivated before, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know what it is. I love this feeling. I always want to work. Don't want nobody working more than me. I'm about to start being on Hong Kong time. You hear me? Hong Kong time. It's day here, night there, I'm still up. It's night here, it's day there, I'm still up.
How close did you come to going down that path?
No, I wasn't close. My mom wasn't, like I said, she put me in every sport you can think of. And so it was never really a thought for me to get into that just because I saw the pain and the amount of stress that it put on my mom. I feel like I owe so much to, my mom, my brothers. They always, for some reason, just focused on me being the best that I can be.
His focus to help fix a family that endured so much pain never wavered, including his commitment to make life better for his mom, who raised 4 boys after his dad passed.
His last words said to me, he said, "You're gonna be all right." And 18 years later, 19 years later, I'm okay. Through his son. This is his dream and he doing it. But I'm really proud because he was that special boy that he seen what mama was going through and didn't want to put her through the same thing.
I bought my mom her Mercedes, and then that year later, I got her into her new house. That feeling alone was probably the best feeling out of all this. Better than being drafted, just to see her, like, it was like that weight just off her shoulders.
Through adversity and the drive he developed as a result of it, Brandin now realizes the importance of capturing every moment in his life. The good, the difficult, and the defining.
There's not too many pictures that I have growing up with my dad or just moments that we had. And I always tell myself, like, I want to capture as much as I can. I lean towards photography just because that's the easiest way to capture memories and being able to see them in the future.